So guys, welcome once again to the tutorial. So we are going to be starting this our 6-in-1 video tutorial with this wrap blouse. Okay, welcome to my page. Please like, comment, subscribe and stay tuned for more sewing tutorials. So to draft this very blouse, you'll be needing at least 5 inches above the line because it has a collar. So after marking the 5 inches, you mark your shoulder and your neck width. Okay, so then I slant my shoulder down by 1.5, and then I'll go ahead and mark all the vertical body measurements. That is shoulder to bust, under bust, my half length, and then the length of the blouse. So just like so. If today is your first time of watching my video, you're highly welcome. So I'll go ahead and draw out all the lines. So guys, if you notice, my pattern paper is on fold, and this is because to achieve this very blouse we need to draft a full basic body. That is why we have to fold and draft. So at the chest line, I'll just divide I'll just mark like the half of my shoulder measurement, shoulder divided by 2. So now I'm just going to divide all my round measurements by 4. Okay, we are not using allocation formula to this. This is just a free easy way. So just divide all the round measurements by 4 inches. So I'll go ahead and connect all the points. So after this, I would want to create the armhole curve. Find the middle of this line, and then you go in by 0.75. That's just the best way to create your armhole curve. Do not do it like this. You find out that you might have issues at your armhole after drafting, or after making the outfit. So I'll go ahead and open up the pattern paper so that we can continue with the tutorial. So literally what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to draw all the lines I have at the other side at this vacant space. I'll just remark the same thing or just extend the line. You can make use of your tracing wheel so that it will be easier for you. So now after this, I'll go ahead to create the shawl collar, and this collar is just beneath the under bust, something like 2 inches above your half length. So I'll just go ahead and draw the line, and from the end of the neck I'll extend it by 3.5. To be on the safe side, you can make it 3.75, or you can draft your back pattern and take the round neck of your back pattern so that you can be able to get your exact neck measurement. Most people can use 3.5 or even 3 inches. So I'll then mark this line. On this line, I'll be marking the width of the collar. So okay guys, for the width of this collar, it's about something like 3 inches to 3.5, because the collar is actually wide. You can make yours as wide as you choose. So at the under bust, I will connect the collar, but at the under bust I'll be making a slight curve, because as you can see it has one special curve at that point. So I'll just use the French curve to blend it, making sure that I give it that exact curve it has at the under bust. So with this I am done for now. I'll cut it. So now this is what you are going to do. This is a wrap blouse, and since it is a wrap blouse, you can see that one layer is inside while the other one is visible. So you have to use this pattern paper the way it is now and cut the inner layer of it before we then go ahead to add the extension we have at the hem. Okay guys, so the hem of the outer layer of the wrap blouse is having an extension which ended at the lap. So to achieve this, you have to use this pattern the way it is now and cut the inner layer. Okay, so I'll draw my slash lines because it has slash and spread lines just at the that's beneath the collar, so that's just the way it is. So guys, it's up to you to extend the line as long as you wish, and just like I'm doing, you just connect it to the length of the blouse. That's just it. So I'll go ahead and cut it. We are done with our tutorial number 1. This is actually number 1, left with 5 more tutorials to go. If you have watched this video to this point, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Okay, subscription is free of charge and you are not paying any money to subscribe. It's just like following a page. So if you want to follow me on YouTube, just subscribe. It's just a way to show your support. So now go ahead to draft this cowl neckline. So I marked 1.5 at the end of the shoulder, and you can go up to 2 inches at the neckline, and that's just it. You draw a straight line and you connect it just like I'm doing here guys. This one is so simple and there is no much work when it comes to this very tutorial. So we are done with this one. We are now heading to another one just like so. This is all you need after drafting your normal basic bodice. You just add. So guys, we come to the 3rd tutorial. So this is just a normal jacket. I left about 5 inches and then something like 2 inches for the button overlap allowance before I'll start drafting. So the first measurement is the width of your neck, and then after that you mark your shoulder measurement divided by 2. So you slant your shoulder down by 1.5 or 1.75. So after that I'll go ahead and mark all the vertical body measurements: shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, the length of the jacket. I'm actually using a little girl body measurement. That is why this measurement and the pattern paper is so small. I'm using it for a small girl. So now I'll remark half of my shoulder so that I can connect this point. After that I'll divide all my round measurement by 4 inches. No sewing allowance added. So guys, this is pattern drafting technique, and when drafting we do not add our sewing allowance to the pattern paper. We do that on the fabric. So after that I'll use my French curve to create the armhole, and that is it. So if you take a good look at this jacket, find out that it has extension, but because of the measurements, the kind of measurements I'm using, just a small measurement, the extension of mine wasn't that curvy. So I marked the button overlap allowance. Okay, so after marking the width of the neck, the depth of the neck, which is 3 inches, then I'll just go ahead and connect it like so. So from this very point I'll go up by 0.5, and then I'll come in again by 7.5. So after that I'll just connect it like so. So from the breaking point, which is the half length, I'll just go ahead and extend the line out, mark the width of the collar, which is 3 inches. For some people can also use 3.5. So I'll go ahead and connect it like so. So for the section at the hem, I actually made mine so pointed. I made it so pointed. This is because the length I use is too much and I'm supposed to use a French curve. So bear with me, guys. I've done this tutorial. This is the second time I'm doing it. Actually, if I watch the first video, you're going to see the effect there. But just if you have any question, just drop the question on the comment section. So I'll find the middle of my waistline so that I can create the princess armhole, because this is a princess dart. It has a princess dart. Okay, so I'll just normal princess dart, that's it. So find the round armhole here, and at the middle you can connect it to the bust point with your French curve so that you can create your princess dart. So guys, if you have been watching this video to this very point, like, comment and share this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, help me to also grow my channel. Thank you so much and you are highly welcome, guys. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. Remember that I've not added any sewing allowance to this, but then if you are making, so we normally add the sewing allowance to the fabric instead of adding it to the pattern paper. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut it out, and we move to the, I think the 4th or 5th. I think I've forgotten where we are. So now here I have my basic bodice. So the first thing I did was to draft a normal basic bodice. So now I marked my button overlap allowance, and for this button overlap allowance you can make use of 1.5, 1 inch depending on the style. Okay, so I'll just connect it like so, and since the breaking point of this very jacket is at the bust point, I will then draw this line from the bust point and I will extend it up. So from here I'll measure 3 inches, or you can make it 3.5, especially if the person is big. Okay, so behind the collar I went in by 0.5, and so that is it. So to go, I'll go up here by 0.75, and then I went up again by 0.5. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect like so, and we are done with the collar, the notch collar formation. So at the hem I'll also go ahead and mark what I have at the picture at the hem of the blouse. So guys, I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So after cutting it out, our next tutorial now is the flare gown. This gown doesn't have side seam, So the first thing for you to do is to fold it on bias. So you fold it once, and then since you are trying to cut the front and the back piece together, you have to add your zip allowance before you then fold it once again. Okay, this is just how to do it, even directly on your fabric. So after that, I'll start fitting in my tape until I'm able to get half of my shoulder measurement. So at that point, I'll then create the neckline for the back and the front together, because you're cutting both the front and back piece together. So I'll get my shoulder to bust point, and from your bust point you go up by 2 inches, and then at that point you divide your bust by 4. Then you create your armhole from the 4, that is from the bust point divided by 4 bust measurement, that's the round measurement divided by 4. You connect it to the width of the neck. So okay guys, please, if you have any question, kindly drop it on the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. So I'm already done. I just cut it out, and that is it. So now we'll go ahead to our next tutorial, which is the one I'm sure that everybody is waiting for. So first, I marked the shoulder measurement and the width of the neck 3 inches. Okay, so at that point I'll mark the length of the sleeve. Okay, I'm just making use of this pattern paper. That is what I could have. That's the size I have. Okay, so now for this sleeve, let me get you guys correct. For this sleeve, you have to take the measurement from the end of the shoulder to the length of the sleeve, then you extend it after marking your shoulder measurements. So for the depth of the neck, 5 inches or 4.5 inches is okay. So now after this, I'll mark all the vertical measurements: shoulder to bust, under bust, half length. So you guys, you know this measurement. So if you do not know how to draft a basic bodice, kindly check through this page to see the previous video I posted on how to draft adults or basic bodice. Okay, so I'm just drawing out all the lines, and after drawing out all the lines, then we can then go ahead and divide our round measurement by 4 inches. This is because I'm using only this method. I'm not making use of any allocation formula for any of these classes. Okay, so I'm just labeling the points I have here. So after this, the next, so guys, after this, at the chest line, I'll mark half of my shoulder measurement again. So at the bust line, I'll divide the bust by 4. I'll also divide the under bust by 4, and the half length also by 4. So at the hip line, I'll also divide it by 4. So there is something about this very gown. This gown is having a band at the waistline. So if you want to add that very band at the waistline, you have to mark 1 inch above your half length and 1 inch beneath your half length to get that effect. I actually didn't add the band, so if you want to add that very band, just do it like I told you guys to do it. So at this very point, this is a pencil skirt. So after marking the hip divided by 4, I minus something like 3 inches at the hem. So okay guys, there are a lot of things about this very gown. You do not want to try it and then later make a mistake. So at the hip line, come down by 1.5 to avoid any gipping. So before you try this out on your actual fabric, make sure that you stay tuned to watch the sewing video, because I'm actually going to post a video on how to sew this very gown. So do not miss this opportunity. If you want to practice this, it's okay, but don't go ahead and practice it with someone else's outfit. So that's just the way it is. You can go ahead and draft your front and back piece together, but then the back is also having some kind of design. Okay, maybe in the next video, the sewing video, I'll show you guys how the back looks like. Okay, so I'll just cut it out, and then I'm going to draw the slash lines. At the half length, I'll go ahead and draw all the slash lines. There is no way to create this, just for you to be creative. Once you are creative, you'll be able to achieve this. Okay, so you can watch this video and try to reflect it on your very own pattern. But like I told you guys, if you want to learn how to sew this, then you have to be patient with me, because I'll be posting a video on how to actually sew this gown. Okay, so there are other things, there are a lot of things about this very gown. This gown is one in a million. Like, there are so many things that will confuse a lot of people, especially if you are a beginner. But if you are not a beginner, you'll be able to get everything so easily. You guys get. So I'll then go ahead and draw all the slash lines, and after that, I actually use the pencil to draw it, so I'm just going to use the marker to make it visible. So for the slit at the front of the gown, I just added the slit. You know, the length of this pattern paper is not up to the length of the gown. I'm just trying to use this one to show you guys how the pattern looks like. Okay, so maybe when you see how the pattern looks like, you can be creative on your own. That is, you'll be able to understand it more or deeper. Okay, but I'm going to be posting another video on this very tutorial, just this very gown. There are a lot of things that you will also learn that is not included in this very video for now. So after that, I'll just cut out the other side, join it with my masking tape. So okay guys, as you guys can see what I did, that is why I told you guys that there are a lot of things about this very gown that I didn't go into detail. Okay, so but this is just how to achieve it. This is how to cut this very gown. I actually cut the front and the back together. So this is the center, the back piece, and this side is the front piece. So after that, you have to add your zip allowance to the back piece side. Okay, so guys, if you're watching this video to this very point, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment, share for more sewing tutorials. It's okay guys, see you guys on my next one. Bye.